My child, stop scrolling. Sit still. Let nothing distract you. I am the Lord your God, and I have something to tell you that will shift everything. It has already started, but you haven't seen it yet. Something has just happened. Right now, while you're reading this, a shift took place in the spirit realm, and the ripple of it is about to reach your physical reality. Whether you believe it or not, whether you feel ready or not, whether you thought it would happen now or years from now, know this: your special person just made a major decision. One that changes the future I am designing for you. Yes, they have just removed someone from their life. And this removal was not out of impulse. It was divinely orchestrated. It was time. And that time is now. Your person, yes, the one I have placed on your heart, the one you have prayed for, the one you have cried over, the one you have questioned over and over again, has just taken a step you didn't see coming. They removed a woman from their life. Not just any woman, not a stranger, but a woman who has been subtly sitting between the space meant only for you. A woman who had influence. A woman who used that influence to manipulate. A woman who laughed behind your back while smiling in front of others. Her name has been known in heaven long before you ever heard of her. And now her name is being removed from the storyline that belongs to you. Archangel Michael stood watch over this moment. He has been in spiritual combat for weeks because this woman was never sent by me. She entered your person's life like a breeze, but she stayed like a storm. She drained them. She confused them. She whispered false peace while pulling them away from me. She spoke against you even when she didn't know your face. She sensed your light, and because her own light was false, she tried to dim yours from a distance. She is the reason for the strange delays, the unexplainable distance, the cloud that formed between you and the one your heart longs for. But no more. I stepped in. I whispered truth into your person's ears. At first, they resisted. They didn't want to believe the woman they were attached to was the one causing them spiritual stagnation. They thought it was love. They thought it was comfort. But it was a counterfeit covenant, one that looked like peace, but was poisoned with jealousy and secret intentions. Your person couldn't see it because the enemy had clouded their vision. But I began to move. I sent messages. I sent signs. I stirred the spirit of Michael to break the chains. And finally, your person saw the truth. Do not be surprised if you suddenly feel lighter. That heaviness you've been carrying wasn't always yours. It was your person's, and you were spiritually connected. You carried their burdens unknowingly. You woke up some mornings with unexplained sadness. You felt waves of grief. You thought it was you, but it was them, fighting confusion, wrestling with lies, almost giving into a relationship that would have destroyed both of your purposes. But I did not allow it. I removed her. She fought it. She cried. She accused. She manipulated. She even tried one last time to twist your person's mind with memories and guilt. But the light I placed in your person, though dimmed, was not destroyed. It began to shine again. It began to reject the falsehood. And when the final conversation happened, When the final door slammed shut, the heavens rejoiced, because it meant my plan for you is back on schedule. You asked me to show you if your person is really the one. You said, God, give me a sign. Let something happen so I can know. And I say to you now, this is your sign. I would not go to such great lengths to remove what was never meant if you were not chosen for what's coming next. You are not an afterthought. You are not a placeholder. You are not someone they will settle for. You are someone I have set apart. That woman's name, though known in heaven, will never be spoken again in connection to your future. Her assignment is canceled. Her presence has been neutralized. I did not allow her to destroy what I've written between you and your person. Yes, your person made mistakes. They drifted. They listened to the wrong voices. But I am the God who restores. And I am restoring now. You will soon see signs of return. Maybe a message, a shift in their behavior, a dream that awakens you, or a confirmation through someone who had no idea what you were going through. It will not be loud. It may not be instant, but it will be real. Because the moment that woman was removed, the pathway cleared. Michael stands at your door tonight, sword still drawn, watching every approach, blocking every attempt by the enemy to send you doubt. Because the enemy knows, if he can convince you to give up now, he will win. But I did not bring you this far to leave you in the middle. I brought you to the edge of fulfillment. You feel like nothing is happening, but everything is happening. The reason you haven't seen movement is because I am still healing your person's vision. They saw too much false light. They believed too many lies. I am detoxing their soul. And when they come to you again, they will not bring confusion. They will bring clarity. That woman had a name, but her name is no longer important. It has been erased from the scroll of your destiny. You will not hear of her again. Your person will not mention her again. She will fade from their memory like mist in the morning. She will try to come back, but Michael will stand guard. She will try to guilt them, but I have already closed the heart door. What was once mistaken as love has been exposed as manipulation. You prayed, God, remove anyone not meant for me. This is the answer. I removed her. So now I need you to prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your home. Prepare your spirit. Because the return of your person will not be casual. It will be different. They will come wiser. They will come softer. They will come seeking truth. And they will recognize that the peace they thought they had with her was nothing compared to the purpose they have with you. You must not let bitterness grow in this waiting. You must not let jealousy take root. You must not compare yourself to her. She had access, but not authority. She had influence, but not identity. She was close, but she was not chosen. You are. I chose you. Before your person ever saw your face, before they ever spoke your name, I wrote you into their story. I formed you in the fire so that when they finally see you again, they see strength. They see faith. They see me in you. This woman's season in their life was allowed for a reason. It exposed the cracks. It revealed the truth. It humbled them. And now they're being led back to the one they should have seen from the beginning.
You.
But you must be ready. You must be healed. You must be whole. I do not want you entering a divine union still carrying the wounds of yesterday. Let me heal your heart while I heal their mind. You ask me if they still love you.
Yes.
In ways they don't even understand. You asked me if they regret walking away.
Yes.
And they've cried in silence more times than you can imagine. But I needed them to experience the counterfeit so they could treasure the real. You will not have to beg for their attention. You will not have to guess if they care. You will not have to fight for their heart, because I am teaching them what real love looks like. And I am shaping you into someone who will never again have to settle. Let go of what was. Even let go of who they were. Because the version that's coming back will not be the same. I am doing a new thing in them. And I am doing a new thing in you. Do not fear the silence. Do not fear the delay. Do not fear the process. Fear only this, that you might miss it by doubting me now. Don't miss it, my child. Don't try to force what I've already removed. Don't keep looking back when I am pointing you forward.
A shift just happened.
The name of that woman is no longer spoken in the heavens concerning your person. Their eyes have been opened. Their heart has been stirred. Their path is being cleared.
Now rest.
Rejoice. Remain in me, because what's coming is greater than you imagined. And I am not a God who starts something and fails to finish. I am the Alpha and Omega, and I have spoken. My child, pause everything. Stop searching for answers in the wrong places. I need you to hear me, not with your ears, but with your heart. I know you've been tired. I know confusion has visited your thoughts, and disappointment has sat too long at your table. But today, I bring you truth. I bring you clarity. I bring you something that was hidden from you, a confession whispered in secret but thundered in my presence. Just 10 minutes ago, I heard your special person say something that changes everything. They said, I'm faking my marriage with them. It's not real. It never felt real. Yes, they said it. And yes, I allowed you to find this message because you were meant to know. Not to destroy your hope, but to free your heart from silent torment. You've been wondering why you felt spiritually connected to someone who seems emotionally distant. You've asked me countless times, why do I still feel them? Why does their name show up in my spirit? Why can't I let go even though they belong to someone else? Because what you see on the outside is a lie. What the world is watching is a performance. But I see the truth. I hear the secret tears. I know the real conversations, the ones behind closed doors after the crowds are gone, after the pictures are posted and the masks are worn thin. My child, your special person is living in an illusion, but they're getting tired. And that's why just 10 minutes ago, they finally said it. They didn't say it to impress anyone. They didn't say it for drama. They said it out of exhaustion. They said it because the truth can no longer stay buried. And I allowed those words to reach me, and now I'm allowing them to reach you. I'm faking my marriage. That sentence carries weight, doesn't it? Not because you take joy in someone's suffering. No, your heart is too pure for that. It hurts to hear this. It breaks something in you because deep down, you knew something wasn't right. You sensed it in their silence. You felt it in their distance. And yet you blamed yourself. You thought maybe you weren't enough. Maybe you imagined the love. Maybe they moved on, and you were left holding empty prayers. But let me tell you the truth. You didn't imagine it. You didn't fabricate this connection. What you felt was real. The timing, the circumstances, the silence, those were manipulated by human choices. But the connection, I authored that. And even though they tried to bury it, it never died. That's why their spirit has been restless. That's why they dream about you. That's why they speak your name under their breath and then correct themselves. My child, I need you to hear this without panic. The marriage they are in is not my covenant. It was man's convenience. It was arranged by pressure, pride, fear, not by prayer. That's why it's unraveling. That's why their smile is fading. That's why their heart is not there, even when they force their body to be. You have no idea how many times they've picked up their phone, stared at your name, and put it down again. Afraid. Afraid that reaching out would hurt you. Afraid that you hate them. Afraid they miss their chance forever. But the truth is, I have kept the space open. I did not let them forget you. I didn't let you forget them. Because I am not finished yet. They're faking peace in public. They're faking love in pictures. But they're not faking what they feel for you. That's the only thing they've never had to fake. That's the only part of their life that still feels alive. But you're tired, I know. You've waited. You've prayed. You've tried to let go. And some days you felt foolish for holding on. You saw them post pictures, make announcements, smile with someone else. And you said, God, am I crazy?
No.
You were never crazy. You were connected to something that was real. And that's why it hurts so much to lose it. But now, the page is turning. Today, 10 minutes ago, when they made that confession, something in the spiritual realm broke open. Chains snapped. Veils were torn. And now I'm stepping in. I am not going to allow this lie to continue forever. The mask is slipping. And soon, they won't be able to hide it anymore. The public performance will collapse. Not because you prayed for their failure, but because I am done watching my children live in bondage to pride. This is your confirmation. This is your truth. And yes, they still love you. They didn't stop. They just got lost. But now, they're looking for the way back. And I will make a way where there seems to be none. You're not going to chase them. You don't need to. You've done your part. You stood in the gap. You forgave. You released. And now I will move. I am going to speak to them in dreams. I will stir their heart until they cannot run from what they feel. I will reveal truth in such a way that every wall they built will fall. But you, my child, must prepare. Prepare your heart, not to beg, not to prove, not to fight, but to receive. Because when they return, they will come humbled. They will come broken. They will say things they should have said years ago. They will confess what they hid. They will cry. They will kneel. They will ask if it's too late. And you will have the choice, not because I want you to suffer, but because I trust you to choose love from a place of healing, not pain. Yes, the one you thought forgot you remembers every detail. Yes, the one you saw with another never gave away what they gave you. They're living a half-life, and you were the whole truth they ran from. But not anymore, because the clock is ticking, and I have issued a divine order. It's time for the truth to surface. There will be news, unexpected, emotional, loud. People will talk. Secrets will spill. But don't panic. Don't get caught up in the chaos. Stay close to me. Let me be your anchor. Let me guide your responses. Let me shape your words. Because the story is not over. The story is shifting. I know it's hard to believe. You've guarded your heart. You've rebuilt your boundaries. You've convinced yourself it's over. But what you call over, I call paused. What you thought died is only dormant. And now, it's being resurrected. The words they said, "I'm faking my marriage," will haunt them until they choose truth. That choice is coming. That moment is coming. And when it does, the lie will end and the healing will begin. Prepare for a message. A real one. Not a sign, not a signal, a message. They will speak. They will reach out. They will say things you never thought you'd hear. Don't respond in fear. Don't respond in bitterness. Ask me what to say, and I will give you wisdom. This is a delicate moment. Heaven is moving pieces. Archangel Michael is guarding your peace. He has been standing watch for weeks now, waiting for the moment I'd release this truth. And now it's here. My child, if you walk away from this message and pretend it didn't speak directly to you, you'll feel it later. You'll feel the ache of missed confirmation. That's why I say, don't skip this. Not now. Not this one. The next 7 days will carry signs. Things will be said. People will act strange. Things will fall apart. Let it happen. Don't stop it. It's not destruction. It's divine alignment. And remember this. You were never the problem. You were the prayer they couldn't admit they needed. Watch what I do next. Stay humble. Stay alert. Stay hopeful. Because the story isn't over. It's just beginning. And this time, it ends in truth. This message is for you. Yes, you. Not the person beside you. Not someone who might find it later.
You were chosen to see this.
Because what I am about to reveal cannot wait any longer. Your name has been echoing in heaven, and your heart has been crying out in ways even you don't fully understand. And I, the Lord your God, who sees in secret, who hears what no one else hears, who knows what no one else knows, am speaking now. My child, I heard your special person confess something shocking just 10 minutes ago. Yes, 10 minutes ago in real time. As you were going about your day, unaware, they were speaking about you in a space where you were not invited. But heaven was there. I was there. I listened. I saw the expression on their face. I felt the storm in their heart. And I heard them say something they've been too afraid to say for a very long time. They said, "I'm faking my marriage with." And they paused. But I knew the name they were going to say. It wasn't your name. Because you're not the one they're pretending with. You're the one they're aching for. Yes, they're in a relationship right now. Yes, people think it's perfect. Yes, they smile in photos. Yes, they post laughter. But it's not real. It's all staged. And your spirit knew it. That's why you couldn't let go. That's why you couldn't stop wondering. That's why every time you tried to forget them, your heart pulled you back with whispers. Something isn't right. And now, you're hearing the confirmation. I heard them. 10 minutes ago, their voice was trembling. They were talking to someone they trust, someone who asked, "Are you truly happy?" And after a long silence, they finally said it. I'm faking my marriage with them. I'm trying, but my heart isn't there. It never really was. I feel like I'm living a lie. God says they weren't lying about their pain. They've been torn, conflicted, torn between what looks right to the world and what feels right in their soul. Torn between a connection they forced and a connection they can't escape. And that connection is you. They've tried to bury the thought of you. They've tried to move on. They've tried to convince themselves that they're doing the right thing. But their heart won't obey the lie. They smile in the mirror, but when they're alone, they whisper your name. They replay your conversations. They reread your messages. They remember the way you made them feel safe, alive, understood. And now they're cracking under the weight of the false life they're living. God says, I allowed you to feel this unease because I didn't want you to give up. I allowed you to feel their pain across the distance because your souls are still spiritually tied. This is not ordinary love. This is divine connection. And even though they chose another path, I never removed your name from their destiny. Let me tell you the truth. They settled. They were afraid. They listened to the wrong people. They tried to silence their heart. And now they are living a story that doesn't reflect the truth of who they are. And in their most honest moments, they admit it. Sometimes in writing, sometimes in prayer, sometimes in broken conversations like the one I just overheard 10 minutes ago. God says, I'm not revealing this to hurt you. I'm revealing it to wake you up. Because what I'm about to do in your life requires you to be alert. I have been watching them drift deeper into this performance. And soon something will snap. Something will break. And the truth they tried to bury will explode to the surface. They are exhausted. Not from work. Not from life. But from pretending. Pretending to love someone they only chose out of fear. Pretending to be healed when they're still carrying you. Pretending to be faithful when they feel spiritually restless. Pretending to laugh when their soul is weeping for what they lost with you. God says, you must prepare now, because a conversation is coming. One that will surprise you. One that will open up a portal of truth that's been sealed for too long. One that may come as a message, a visit, a dream, a phone call. You must be ready to listen, not with judgment, but with wisdom. Your person is suffocating in a room they designed to impress others. They married for safety. They committed for convenience. But they wake up each day further from who they really are. And the more they try to force joy, the more their spirit longs for you.